everyone, Sarah from Easy English Club. Today I'm going to teach you 7 advanced British English vocabulary words for more fluent speech. It's for professionals, business, entrepreneurs, and basically anybody. Everybody loves to use advanced vocabulary. When you guys use advanced vocabulary, it shows your English is improving. So let's get started with the lesson. Alright guys, today 7 advanced words to help you describe people. It's windy out here, so I hope you can hear me. First of all, I'll teach you the 7 words, and then stay tuned to the end of the lesson. I'll give you a couple of example sentences. So, describing people, you need these words in your professional life and your business life and also your personal life. Everybody describes people. When you're describing your friend, a colleague, or your manager, or your teammates. So the first one I've chose for you is tactful. A tactful person always knows what to say when they say it politely and they don't hurt people's feelings. We've got a bumblebee joining us for the lesson. I think he thinks the camera is a flower. There he goes. Alright guys, the second word is trustworthy. Trustworthy. A trustworthy person is someone that you can trust. You can give them the keys to your house and you know you can trust them. They won't run off with all your belongings. The third word I've picked for you guys is tenacious. Tenacious. A tenacious person is hard-working, they're persistent, and they don't give up. Word number 4 is witty. Witty. You don't hear it very often, but us Brits use it a lot. A witty person, they're quick with a comeback. They tell jokes. It's kind of like an intelligent humour. A witty person always knows what to say. They say something funny and they always say it at the right time. Alright guys, word number 5 is conscientious. A conscientious person is hard working. They know right from wrong and you can trust them. That's a long word. I'll put it down there in the description how to pronounce that one. Conscientious. It's a difficult word to pronounce and it sounds similar to conscience, so be careful you don't get it muddled up. Word number 6 is frugal. That's frugal. A frugal person is careful with the money they spend. It doesn't mean they're tight or stingy, it just means they're careful with the money that they do have. Alright guys, the last word, word 7, is gullible. That's gullible. What gullible means, it means you're kind of inexperienced, you're very trusting. A gullible person trusts easily. They're easy to take advantage of. So that's gullible. Okay, part 2 of the lesson, video lesson. We've learned 7 advanced words to describe people. Now we'll learn to use them in some example sentences. Okay, word 1, tactful. Tactful. So an example sentence. We need to employ a tactful person to run the HR department. We need to employ a tactful person to run the HR department. I've reviewed the updates and tried to be tactful in my report. I've reviewed the updates and tried to be tactful in my report. As you know, tactful means you say the right thing without saying it rudely or upsetting anyone's feelings. So you're tactful. You say it in a good way. The next word, trustworthy. Trustworthy. Example sentence. The team leader we hired is very trustworthy. We can leave the office keys with him. The team leader we hired is trustworthy. We can leave the office keys with him. Means we can trust him. He won't run off with all our equipment. We hope that doesn't happen. All right, guys, on to the next one. Word 3, tenacious. Tenacious. Example sentence using the word tenacious. Even though the new employee didn't have much experience, he was hired because he was tenacious. Even though the new employee didn't have much experience, he was employed because he was tenacious. Even though the new employee didn't have much experience, he was employed because he was tenacious. Love that word, tenacious. Tenacious. Love the big words. All right, guys, on with the next one. Another example. She has been described as tenacious by her co-workers. She has been described as tenacious by her co-workers, which means she tries hard, works hard, doesn't give up. A model employee. All right, my lovelies, practice these one at a time with the example sentences, and we'll move on with the next one. Witty. It's witty. It's like a W sound at the beginning. Witty. Now, to use this in example sentence, his speech was funny, full of humour, and very witty. His speech was funny, full of humour, and very witty. Now, as you know, witty means someone's quick with a comeback. They got an intelligent sense of humour. They're really funny. They know exactly when to say something humorous. All right, guys, on with the next one. Another example. The magazine article was full of witty comments. The magazine article was full of witty comments. Hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. Word number 5. Conscientious. 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 Example sentence using the word conscientious. Let's put Jim in charge. We can rely on him. He's conscientious. Let's put Jim in charge. We can rely on him. He's conscientious. So, conscientious. Somebody knows right from wrong. In this example, Jim, he's probably a mature employee and he knows right from wrong, rather than a young employee who might not be quite so conscientious. So as you know, conscientious means honest, hard-working, trustworthy, and you can rely on them. 6. Frugal. Use that in example sentence. We need to be frugal with our spending. There isn't much left in the budget. We need to be frugal with our spending. There isn't much left in the budget. Another example. John's frugal with his money. He doesn't eat out unless he has a coupon. That makes me think that I wouldn't want to go out with John. Anyhow, John is frugal with his money. He doesn't eat out unless he has a coupon. So, John, you might be going out to dinner by yourself. Come to think of it, John probably wouldn't take anybody else if he's frugal with his money. Anyhow, guys, frugal means you're careful with something, careful with your money. Doesn't mean you're, what could we say? Doesn't mean you're tight or stingy. It just means you're very careful. All right, let's do the last word. Number 7. Gullible. That's gullible. Gullible. Example sentence. It's easy to sell overpriced souvenirs to gullible tourists. It's easy to sell overpriced souvenirs to gullible tourists. Another example. He's such a new employee and rather gullible. I hope the other team members don't take advantage of him. He's such a new employee and rather gullible. I hope the other team members don't take advantage of him. Gullible, where you're trusting, or basically you trust anybody. Some people are young and gullible, others are older and gullible. It just means you trust everybody, you take everybody at their word, and you're easy to take advantage of, as in the other team members might want the new employee to work late, saying he has to, because he's trying to impress the boss and the company. Hopefully they don't do that, because it's wrong. Gullible people, they're just trusting. Anyhow, my lovelies, that's you 7 advanced British English vocabulary words you can use in your daily conversations, get your message across clearer, help people understand you more, sound more intelligent and professional. If you haven't done already, please give the video the thumbs up if you find it useful. Leave a comment. Find me on Instagram. Find us on Facebook, a page and a group. Check out the training courses. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next lesson, my lovelies. Bye-bye.